Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. I'm turning that frown upside down, and we're going to be drinking some Larceny, which it declares is not just special, but very special small batch.
It's 92 proof. Weeder, let's test it.
Weeder, test it!
All right, we're back.
Boom.
We got us Larceny. Now the thing is with Larceny,
It's a gun show.
we hadn't seen this in our area. This was kind of bought for us by the Whiskey Scout.
He found it. Called me.
Our Whiskey Scout.
Yes.
Out of town. But and that was a while back. I mean, a few months ago. Recently, though, this finally showed up
70.
here at our 66.
Boom.
Recently, just last week or 2 weeks ago, showed up at Auburn Spirits,
Cases.
our liquor store.
Cases of them out
And
front.
at what price?
Gosh, it was good.
It's like $21,
Yeah.
$23 or something.
Right. Which we got a pretty good price on it when we had it. Scotch got... Go ahead.
Okay, let's do that. You
All
were
right.
going to say.
Scotch got shout out. We had a good one come in. And we're also going to get into a little rum cake, or bourbon cake, sorry.
Rum cake?
I don't
Where'd
know.
that come from?
Flew in.
Bourbon cake. Red
Bourbon
Stag, I
cake.
got it at Christmas time. Hopefully it's still good.
Because they usually give out a rum cake. But
Adam Collins commented, we had a lot of comments coming. We got done with the bourbon shootout. We did the 4 brackets of 4. There was 16 of them. We advanced our winners from each bracket to the championship. Very surprising results. If you haven't watched it, watch it.
sorry.
Adam Collins commented, once you peel back all the layers and dispense with all the hype and status BS, your conclusion can only be that the companies that continue to make the top selling products at the sub $30 level really do know what they are doing. Maker's Mark and Elijah Craig are $23 in my area and are always on the shelf. There's no shame in any of your picks. Awesome shootout, gents.
Boom. No shame. No shame. That's a good.
Well, I'll tell you, it's like I said on the last review when we did Woodinville. I learned 2 things. I learned one is you don't have to hunt for good bourbon; they're there on the shelf.
Right there.
Second thing is don't pay exorbitant second market, second-hand prices for stuff when there's good stuff right there on the shelves.
Great stuff. Great stuff. And if you don't trust us, you don't believe us, you've watched the show, you went back and watched it again, you commented, and you're still not sure, do it yourself. Get a buddy, get your wife, whatever. Pour, you don't have to do 16 if you don't want, pour 6. And make sure you got some more inexpensive quality ones in there, and then put in some of your high ones, and mark them up blind so you don't know what's in there, and then give it a shot.
You want to do this first?
No, let's try this first, and then we'll finish with that.
Okay.
That way we can just
By
see
the way,
what's
it's
going on.
Red Stag by
Stag.
Jim Beam, spiced with cinnamon bourbon cake.
Sounds interesting. So,
Larceny. Now this is a weeder,
Yeah.
and as we found out in my blind tasting of the 16, I advanced a couple of the weeders.
you did.
I advanced the Van Winkle at one point and the Maker's Mark at one point.
And I got to tell you, I really,
You advanced the Weller's 12, which is a weeder.
right. The wheated whiskeys did
Woo!
really, really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very perfumey.
Good call. Yeah, I was going to say pungent, but it's not a bad pungent, it's perfumey. Huh.
What is it though? I mean, it's very good.
I get like a perfumey dust.
Vanilla and caramel.
With the vanilla in the background, I didn't get as much caramel. And then, oh boy, what was that?
Almost like a musk, like a cologne you would wear.
Or a sawdust kind of. Huh.
Now you had this. You took notes, or did you?
Couldn't find them,
Couldn't
or
find
I
'em.
probably didn't. I sure drank a lot of
I
it.
had it from you. I did taste it. I didn't take notes. I remember sitting down with it one night, and I didn't feel like taking notes, and so I just tasted it.
Now, don't you realize, I've been realizing lately that a lot of times I don't know if it's a quiet night, I don't want to mess, but I won't take notes, but I like when I have my notes handy just for comparison. But I've even seen sometimes my notes won't match up with what I'm tasting here. I mean,
Well, for the
spending
most
an
part,
hour.
sometimes you get a little bit extra, or maybe you pick up something you didn't before. And it almost comes. Some nights I just want to sit down and have a drink and enjoy it. And maybe when you're taking notes, it's more like work.
I was just going to say that. It's way more like work.
Sometimes you just want to relax,
Yeah.
enjoy it. People think, oh, you review whiskeys. That's a easy job. Well, you know,
it is, yeah.
I suppose, yeah, it is
It's
easy.
fun.
But sometimes it's still work.
Sometimes you just want to enjoy the pleasure of it rather than the
exactly.
work. I get a peanut, a roasted peanut. The finish is dry and subtle, and it drops off. I get a hint of the vanilla way down low, but it's super subtle.
I think it's banana run I'm getting on the nose.
I just got cinnamon on the nose. A real nice cinnamon. And now that peanut's pushing through again. Kind of like when you're actually buying the roasted peanut in the shell. Huh.
This still has a great note, even with my coin off of it. It's when I put my coin on there and my whiskey hat, it really, really explodes out of the glass.
Your
You don't,
whiskey hat.
yeah,
I like
it's not needed.
Okay. I got a little bit of salted caramel in there with the peanut flavor. That is nice. Nutty. Do you like the shirt I'm wearing better with an undershirt?
No,
Really? You'd prefer it with the chest hair out?
no,
Oh, you don't like the shirt at
I
all?
don't like it either. And the hat especially doesn't go with it.
Yeah.
The hat's the best looking thing you got on.
I picked something that would totally clash. Orange and lime
You
green.
look like your 6-year-old that dressed in was allowed to dress himself in the morning to go to
Yes.
school.
Boom. Mama's not proud. So what are you doing? What are you doing? I love
This is-
the message of the shirt, but it doesn't look good. I love the message.
That's very good.
And again,
Very smooth, very sweet. Still, though, there's something besides the usual bourbon notes in
are
there.
you getting the peanut?
No.
Roasted peanut.
Not really.
Really? Let me put a little water in here. And it's 29. Was it 29 or was it, what was the price again?
Well, this is the one Whiskey Scout picked up for
Right.
us. Auburn has it. It's like $21 or $23.
Yeah. I remember seeing it. There was just lots.
What I mean, there's some notes in here though that not your usual bourbon notes, and maybe that's because it's the weeder, so it's removed the spiciness. It's making it a lot sweeter. There's some honey.
John E. Fitzgerald's weakness was fine bourbon, and he faced temptation every day as a treasury agent with the only set of keys to the rick house. Taking from barrels was easy, but he didn't just take from any barrels, he took from the best barrels. Well, sure. Some say he was a thief. Others claim he was a man of great taste. This is the legend of Larceny. Unlock. Nice little double story there. Unlock the smoothness and decide for yourself. He was a thief. The guy protecting the rick house shouldn't be stealing from it. But I could see why.
That's why it's
Conflict
called
of interest.
larceny.
Larceny. It's the tie-in with the key.
Yep.
He had a key to the rick house. I mean, like, the angel share really got this one. Yeah. The roastedness said too many times, but it's what's really prevalent and jumping out, and it's what distinguishes it for me. Let's add in some sweetness with this bourbon cake. See what that does.
I'm very impressed with the larceny. I'm gonna move right in and just give it a score.
That 46 ABV is interesting. Good thing on the scoring. 86.
plus or minus 1.
That's a great sipper. A little bit of that dry finish.
Is it worth it? Yes.
Oh yeah, at that price, please. What a wonderful sipper to hand off.
Now, a caveat to this. So we're into late July. This was bought at Christmas time. Red Stag Bourbon Cake
Got it.
by Jim Beam.
So we're mixing our
It's been in our
distilleries.
pantry. It was sealed. I opened it at home to check it before I brought it.
Okay.
To make sure it was still good.
Good.
And it appeared to be good and
It
still
was
smelled good.
nicely sealed. Still
So,
looks like
yep.
it's well sealed. Wow.
It come out
It's
a
in
little
a
deal
cake
that was,
form.
yeah, it was all sealed up and
Wow.
hadn't been opened. Now there is a caveat here.
It's got a juice. Should have gotten a plate.
Recently,
Oh my.
I've been put onto an organic diet by my wife, and there are a lot of
Stipulations.
chemicals and preservatives in this here cake. So I'm going to take a bite.
Okay. And then.
And then
don't-
you could eat
don't
the rest
care
as
about
usual.
You don't care about my health at all.
No,
I'm gonna
I'll be the
turn that
first one.
Frown upside
And
down.
it does
I'll hold
smell
it for
very.
you.
This is spiced with cinnamon bourbon.
So
cake.
so there's preservatives
Oh, my.
in here.
Oh, that's
is what you're
delicious.
saying. Wouldn't the alcohol be enough to preserve?
There's like 0.5% alcohol in it.
Oh,
That is very good. I would have
Smells-
ate that whole thing.
smells
What it
like a
needs,
cinnamon bundt cake.
it needs some vanilla cream cheese frosting on it. Is what it needs. That is really good.
Wow, it's like a pudding.
I looked at the ingredient list and I was like, yeah, I can't eat that.
Give me the wildest thing in there.
Oh,
On the ingredient list.
it wraps clear around here 3 times.
Give me a. Which one stood out as bad?
Well, one that surprised me just looking at turmeric.
What is that?
It's a Indian seasoning. It's orange, used in like curry and stuff like that.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's organic.
Well, yeah, well, it could be.
Right.
Propylene glycol is in there.
Natural.
Not
Anything with glycol in it is good. for
partially hydrogenated soybean and or cottonseed oils.
you. Right. You don't want the whole hydrogenated.
Sodium propionate. I don't know what that is. Beta apo number 8.
Anything with a number is pure. You did not want the number 7.
Taco Ferrell's preservative. Oh no, I'm sorry, turmeric color, not actual turmeric. So that's what's giving it the
So
kind
it's
of the
just the
orange
color. Now, you always comment whenever there's food on the show, I eat like I haven't been fed.
Yeah.
We're going to
We've had-
recreate that today.
By the way, whiskey is allowed in an organic diet.
As it should be. There's even kosher whiskey out there, which is cool. High standard.
I'm very impressed with the Larceny. I like it.
I'm impressed with this Red Stag. What is this, like 10 calories?
Oh, there's only one serving, so that's one.
Oh, well, there you go. How much damage?
What do you want to know? Calories?
How many carbs?
430 calories. 56 carbs.
Oh boy. I'm on a low carb diet. Not today. That's over my limit by 20 grams.
Yeah, now, had I opened that at Christmas time, I would have ate the whole thing.
That is good.
It was pretty good. And I think this was from like Kohl's or Marshall's or
I would
somewhere
have
my
a
wife
case of
found it.
this.
Made with genuine bean bourbon.
That is delicious. $6.99. If you guys see this out there, pick it up. Like you said, you could add a little vanilla drizzle over
Oh,
the
if
top
you had
of
that,
it.
if that had some vanilla frosting on it.
You put it on a little Chinese silverware plate so it really stood out.
I can feel all those
Chinese
chemicals
silverware.
and preservatives
China.
coursing through my veins right now.
You know what counteracts it is whiskey. You can just put some whiskey in there and
Better
cleanse
sign
it.
off.
Woo, Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
You can also
Dummies.
whiskey cake it, bourbon cake it. Dummies. Oh, good.